Do you know exactly what you should be doing, what you need to be doing to get healthy, but you struggle to make that happen? You know exactly what you should be eating, but you can't get yourself to do it. Well, that's because health is about behavioral change, psychology, and shifting your lifestyle. Now, what's crazy is that I've surveyed thousands and thousands of you asking, do you know what you should be doing? If so, why aren't you doing it? And guess what? I get vague answers like this. I don't know. I just can't make it happen. In other words, it's procrastination. Now in today's video, I'm going to share a really interesting study done on procrastination, and I'm going to share with you the #1 thing you should be doing today if you know what you should be doing, but you aren't making that a reality. Hey, what's up everyone? Alex from Modern Health Monk. Check out this 2007 study done at MIT. So in the study, researchers had 3 different groups of students. Now what they wanted to test was how different methods of setting deadlines actually influenced how the students wrote their papers and the grades they got on the papers. So in the first group, the students set their own deadline, so they self-regulated, right? In the second group, they had just one deadline, the end of the semester, at which point they had to submit the paper. Now in the third group, they actually had to set regular deadlines, so for example, every month or every few weeks, where they had to submit updates and they had to finish a certain portion of their paper. Can you guess which group did the best on the paper and which group didn't? Well, the group of students that got the worst grades was the group that had just the one deadline at the end of the semester. And that's because the most admitted to putting off the bulk of the work until the end of the semester and doing it all at once. Now the group that got the best grades actually had the regular deadline. So they had frequent, regular, consistent deadlines and consequences for not actually doing the work regularly. Now there's a really juicy bit of behavioral psychology here which will help you really ingrain healthy habits. So a year or two ago, I was having a lot of sleep issues, a lot of other digestive and kind of chronic health issues cropping up kind of out of the blue, and they were really affecting my quality of life, my ability to work a lot, and they were affecting a lot of things, but I wasn't taking action, even though I knew that I should probably be seeing a specialist or seeing some kind of expert to help fix me. Now I made constant excuses. I said, I don't know, or it's expensive because it was $300 for the first appointment, or I don't know, I'm trying to figure it out. These are all classic procrastinators' words. Now finally, months and months went by, 6 or 8 months, almost a year, and the new year rolled around and I realized, look, I'm not taking any action. I'm not doing what I know I should be doing. Even though I know exactly which path to take, I'm not doing it. Why? What is going on here with my behavior? So I decided to try something out. I called the Integrative Health Clinic and I booked my appointment, a $300 first appointment, even though I could not afford it. I booked it for 2 months in advance, and guess what happened? Somehow, I magically figured out how to earn the extra money to pay for that appointment. So here's what I'm going to teach you today. It wasn't until I set stakes for my actions that I actually took action. So in other words, it wasn't until there was a financial risk to me, a large one, relative to my income, it wasn't until there was a large financial risk that I took action. There had to be a negative consequence for me stalling and procrastinating. So the stakes for you have to be real or perceived. Real, like, hey, I'm going to waste money if I don't go to this doctor's appointment, or perceived. So you're afraid of something that will happen in the future, or something that will induce anxiety or fear. So just like the students in the MIT study, if they did not submit their papers at regular intervals with regular deadlines, they were penalized and they were punished. So there had to be a chopping point, a consequence, and a forced limit. So something that said, you have to do this now or else. So how's this going to help you? How's this going to help you ingrain new habits, take action on things you know you should be doing but aren't doing, and improve your overall life? Really, there's only 2 things you need. #1, you need a deadline. You need a finite date at which you're going to say, I'm going to be doing this, I'm going to be going to 2 yoga classes a week by the end of next month, or else. And you have to set a consequence. So you need a deadline, and you need #2, a consequence. Some negative thing that's going to happen to you if you don't take action. Otherwise, it's very easy to procrastinate, very easy to not take action on the things you know you need to do to improve your health. Now here's what I want you to do. I want you to use something I call the overcommitment strategy. Here's what it is. It's basically like building your wings on the way down kind of thing. I want you to sign up for a paid program with real money that is something related to a change you're trying to make. So say for example, you sit at a desk all day and you have a lot of back and neck pain and people have been saying to you for months, hey, you should go do yoga. You should do yoga, 1 or 2 times a week. I guarantee it'll help. And for months, maybe even a year, you're saying, yeah, I know I should be doing yoga, I know I should be stretching, I know I'll see improvements, but you aren't doing it. Guess what? Use the overcommitment strategy, call the yoga place today, and book your package, okay? Spend the $100, the $150, lock yourself in so that there's no chance, there's no way you can back out. Just like a doctor's appointment, the reason why there's a fee if you don't show up is because people show up when they're punished. So if you have to set a deadline, if there's not a punishment or some kind of consequence that happens, you're not going to take action. So use the overcommitment strategy. Book something you've been trying to do for a long time but have been procrastinating on. Now, what if there isn't a class for what you're trying to do? Say, for example, you're trying to make a simple health change of getting up 20 minutes earlier so you're not quite as stressed in the morning, you have time to make and eat breakfast, and you can really slow down your morning. How do you use it then? In this case, I want you to go over to one of your close friends and give them $50. Yep, give one of your friends $50 and say, hey, I'm trying to ingrain a new habit of waking up 20 minutes earlier every single day, and in 3 weeks, if I'm not getting up regularly at this time, I want you to keep my money. And if I am doing it, I want you to give it back. So there has to be risk for you. Remember, risk. There has to be a punishment, a consequence. So losing money is a very real consequence. All right, so just remember, many of you know what you should be doing to lose weight or improve your health or fix back pain or whatever it is, but you're not doing it for many reasons, one of which is procrastination. And the reason for that is because there is no consequence to you not taking action. If you have to set stakes, there has to be some kind of punishment, like in the MIT study where they had regular checkups, regular deadlines, and if they did not submit something by that deadline, there was a consequence. You have to set regular deadlines for yourself, regular goals, and there have to be consequences for you being complacent. For not taking action, you have to punish yourself or lose something that you want. All right, everyone, that's it for today. So if you've been procrastinating on doing something you know you need to do, remember to use the overcommitment strategy, set regular deadlines, and make sure to set consequences for not taking action, for being complacent, okay? If you're on YouTube, head on over to modernhealthmonk.com, download your free Insider's Kit. If you're on the blog, go ahead, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. That's it, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you soon.